Welcome to the Red Baron's Flying Circus Podcast. This week we have yours truly, Ruthenor Falkier, with special guests.
Zapp.
This will happen a lot.
Yes,
we didn't have an order.
Special guests.
Zapp von Baron.
Zapp von Baron. Say again.
Zapp von Baron. Go ahead.
Galactic Alien?
And Yoshet, Vagrant Philosopher.
Ah. AKA Meme Master. So, we are back. We have two folks here who are back from the dead, so to speak. Alien and Yoshet, what's brought you back to the Barons?
Well, it's a better community, really.
I'd have to say, for me, honestly, the onslaught of COVID in combination with self-isolation really did a number on my, human interaction skills.
I know you
So,
do.
and, sometimes I get a little lonely.
Well, I mean, we get a little lonely here. I mean, that's why we talk to strangers
Yeah.
from around the world. 'Cause
Exactly.
I think I'm right in saying that there's no one on this call within 1,000 miles of anyone else.
True.
That
is
says a
very
lot
true.
about our fleet. That we've got people
That's
from
very
all around the world who just like to hang out with each other and play this silly little mobile game.
That's right.
Yeah.
I'm really glad I found this fleet, and I'm glad you guys are with me too.
Yeah, it's been good. It's a hell of a lot better than some of the other fleets out there.
Yeah.
Alright, now we'll go into this segment where we'll talk shit about other fleets. Alright, guys.
Let's talk shit about other fleets.
Let's talk shit about other fleets. Oh.
That's right.
So many to choose from.
I know.
So many.
Let's start off with Crimson Barons.
Yeah,
oh, shit,
no,
that's our
that-
fleet.
Wait, I'm in Crimson Barons.
I am too as well. Probably why it's gone downhill.
There you go.
Now, today is an important day for the PSS community because another update has dropped. As Savvy tends to do, we didn't get any advance warning of this. We just got the mandatory notification that you have to update your game when you try and log in, and then it changes the game. So,
yeah,
how have you been finding it so far? Have you had a chance to play a little bit today?
Yeah, I've been playing. I haven't, because of my stuff's upgrading, I haven't really gotten to do that much. I'm a fan of the upgrades for droids and stuff.
Yes,
It's pretty cool.
So
hopefully this will make repair droids a bit better.
I agree.
Also,
Actually,
the med bay.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because it does 2 HP.
2 HP every
now,
2 seconds, I think.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's actually a little bit more relative now. Before, it's just like, why would you do that? You just
trash that.
It may as well have an android and
Yeah, quite. And have the healing rain coming from the repair droids. But I think now that if repair droids are going to be more viable, I might consider putting Android Studios back on my ship. I
let's
used
see
to
what
run
they-
Androids.
Let's see what they go up to now.
Yeah, now I don't.
I run Android on my ship, repair Android, and I think I was playing a few matches today, and I could say I think the repair droids did a little bit better than normal.
Yeah.
Like, actually not just getting blown up.
I think I have to be my research is a max level, so I can't see. I think it might be the max level 12 research
Oh, yes, it
thing
is.
that I need.
Border
Yeah.
droid. Okay, border droid 6. 12 hit points. 3.7 attack.
Whoa.
6
Jeez.
ability. And costs 1,600 minerals. Defense droid. 16 hit points. 2.7
Okay.
attack. 0.5 repair. 6 ability. 1,500 minerals. Repair droids. 7 hit points. 1 attack. 2.5 repair. 5 ability, that's healing rain. And they'll cost 1250.
They have healing rain.
Yeah, they do have healing rain.
Yeah. What was the HP? Sorry, I missed that part.
7 for the service droid.
Gee, that's pretty good. Well, it can survive junglers now.
Yeah, it was 6, now it's 7. That's yeah, surviving junglers is good. Surviving, I think, a tick of Galactic Alchemist Fire is also kind of handy. You might at least get in there with the healing rain and heal the repairers, which would be good. Yeah, I think that's a really interesting one. Particularly the border droids look really strong with 3.7 attack and 12 hit points. I really rate that.
But what good is your border droids when the super laser
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
EMPs your entire ship for 3 seconds? How about that?
Yeah, this is the other thing I'm excited about with this patch. I really like the fact that the super laser is
That's right.
viable.
Catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah, and of course,
Federation bastards. I seen that laser for 1 second, and now it's 3 seconds.
I definitely need to.
Very good with arithmetics.
It was pretty good at 1 second, so it should be really good now.
So looking at the missiles as well, EMP looks like it's very, very poor as an upgrade. It's only from 400 to 420 EMP. As nice a number as that is, I don't feel like that's too much of an improvement.
I probably won't ever use those.
No, I don't think so.
Right now I'm using double Scarlets with a delay on one of the missile rooms. Seems to work pretty well.
Good. I use single Scarlets with 2 missile rooms installed so that if one of them gets damaged, the other one takes over. And I just want the bigger pool.
Engines are becoming more prominent, so I have to run 2 Scarlets so that, in case one misses or something.
I completely agree with that. And by the way, for folks listening along, running 2 engines at level 11 is really good. It's a really strong tactic because you get to dodge Watcher, big fucking rocket, and missiles.
That reminds me, Zapp, how do you afford to power all your rooms? Because I'm having big power management issues.
That's a good question. No labor unions for sure. You pay them bastards too much. Produce the power for you. It's not viable in this capitalist economy.
So the penetrator missiles have been upgraded. They have system damage of 0.2 now, hull damage of 1.3, and gas of 215. Junglers are 7.5 crew damage. That's pretty strong.
Rip. So that takes out the service droids.
Yeah.
What are Scarlets at? Sorry, I missed that.
Scarlets are at 0.1 system damage, 0.1 crew damage, and 480 flame. So the fact that they do system damage is a nice little bonus.
Did they not do system damage before?
They didn't, no. They just did fire.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, hell. Nice.
Yeah. So if you fire a room that's already dead, it'll do a little bit of hull damage.
That's nice. Awesome. But it also makes sense. Or it should have made sense before that. Because it's fire.
Does that mean if you fire it at a bedroom, it'll always deal 1 hull damage?
0.1.
Yeah, 0.1 hull damage.
Looks like it.
Interesting.
So you've got a cheap penetrator round.
Yeah.
But why would you not just use a regular penetrator? Just saying.
Well, firing at bedrooms is kind of funny, so...
Yeah, I guess if you're moving it up. Defenders have increased in hit points by 1. They're now 12.
Defenders are 16.
No, Defender level 9 is up from 11 to 12.
Oh, sorry, my bad. No, I was reading that.
And the reload has increased from 17.78 to 20. That's the reload.
What, 17 to 20? Yeah, that should... Seems to me like they reload really slow.
Yeah, is that an improvement? Is that 20 per minute? I'm not sure how the reload is calculated.
That's a good point.
Yeah, if that's 17.78 seconds per
let's
shot.
compare it to Let's compare it to...
There are some other researchers as well that have come out. Boost gauge. Our scientists have discovered material acceleration methods for most construction tasks to be instantly progressed.
Yeah, what does that mean? I was wondering about
$10.
That. What's it do?
Boost gauge 2.0 costs $100. Let's get that.
Oh, that's cool. So you got another option to speed up stuff. Does it cost bucks?
No, it costs no bucks. You pay for the research, and then I think you get a certain amount of boost gauges per day. Well,
that's awesome.
We're trying this out on the.
Yeah.
We're trying this out in game right now. I've boosted my engineering by 3 hours.
Well, this is useless if my ship is maxed.
Just a little bit. So
well,
that's
I'm
a really
super hull rush, so it's going to be good for me, I reckon.
Yeah.
Well, do you have to pay 10 every time?
No, you pay $10 to buy it, and then $100 for the next level, and $300 for the next. I've bought level 2.
That might be worth it.
Yeah, it might be. If it's 3 hours on just everything. That's
Yeah,
really
and like, I
handy.
need to level a lot of things up.
I wonder if it'll boost gauge training. Let's find
Zap,
out.
when you were gone, I asked you how you afford to power all your rooms. Because I'm having a lot of trouble with that, especially
Interesting.
since like Ion takes up a lot. So I just run it on 2 power and rush it.
All right, so I guess we've entered into kind of like a topic of a gunship in the podcast. So I guess I could actually talk about gunship strategies. Yeah, cut down on everything except your guns. So no Android rooms,
Oh, okay.
no hangar, no nothing. The only
Shield
thing
room?
that matters, shield room, yes. So if you could manage both shield rooms, even better. And what you do is have all of your rooms maximum power, and then increase power by 1. You put that on your ion cannon and on your EMP cannon. So they'll balance themselves out. If a room gets hit, which it will, that power immediately goes to those rooms. So, for example, somebody targets my shield room. I have the AI of my shield room programmed to shut down if it's damaged, therefore not wasting power that could be diverted to my cannon room. Because like I'm gonna get hit, like it or not, in any room, either my shield rooms, my teleporter, or my laser rooms. So that's essentially 3 power that I will be getting. You know, if they don't hit that room, the room is powered, and I'm gonna get the 3 power from my cannon rooms in another way. Regardless of the fact, I'm still gonna get both my cannon rooms maxed out in power.
Interesting. I'm not sure I can get. I want to get rid of the androids, because they seem so useful to me.
Their
Healing my
reliability,
tanks.
I feel.
Yeah, healing my tanks and then having the defense droids.
So I know this is it's a difficult trade-off, but for me, I find I die when my android rooms get targeted. It just became a point when they were hurting me more than they helped.
I'd run android rooms with stacks of armor.
Yes, of course, absolutely.
Like at least 5, sometimes 6, and I'll probably get an energy barrier in both of them.
Yes.
You can also just have armor all the way around your android.
Yeah.
And just lock it out from your
completely
ship.
covered. Yeah.
It's gonna be difficult to take it down, but
You do your best. So, thinking more about what we're all playing with the game, what prestiges have you guys got cooking?
Well, I've got a couple I'm working on. I'm working on a Sprite, which has 1 week and 2 days left. A Gemini, which will go into another Sprite. And I'm working on another Snow Maiden, and then a Willy after that.
Oh, that's cracking. How many Snow Maidens have you got?
Just 1 so far.
Ah, lovely.
She's looking pretty good. Yeah.
I am making Sprite number 3, which is excellent. I've got Mad Jackson, who is beautiful prestige fodder.
Yeah, pretty much any crew.
To have. The best. And then I've got a Kingpin coming along because, in honour of recent world events, I thought if I've got a prestige someone, then it might as well be him.
Nice.
So,
what about you, Yoshet?
Prestigious? The fuck? I don't even have that technology unlocked.
Hold up.
Yeah, I was just looking at my ship.
Just make it
up. Yes, my Dolores.
He's gonna prestigious Dolores.
I am cooking. Damn, I can't even make that shit up.
Can you smell what your shit is cooking?
It's so fucking sad.
Zapp,
no.
are you prestiging anything at the moment?
I'm currently not prestiging anything at the moment. I'm actually working on getting some hero crew up, so I can get the ability to get some Snow Maidens and Liliths, possibly by next tournament.
Yeah.
So that I can start replacing my maxed out Guan Yus with Liliths. I mean, my Guan Yus are great. They have like 50
I've got
weapons, but
one as well.
I could
Do
get
they have
more.
any good combos?
The Guan Yu's not really, sadly. They did last prestige I guess recipe cycle,
Yeah.
but this time it's not that good.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, at
that's a
least you'll be
pity.
able to use them to donate
Oh,
until you
absolutely.
can use them.
That's a real
Yeah.
pity because I got 2 Guan Yus that I need to prestige.
You can make, with the Guan Yu, you can make a CPU, Alchemists, King Dongs, but they're kind of and that's pretty much all.
So guys, I've got an update on the boost gauge. You accumulate time. And the more you pay, the more time you can accumulate.
Yeah.
As time elapses, you fill the gauge, and you can spend the time that you've saved up to rush one of your rooms. So the boost gauge fills when you're offline, when you're online, and you can automatically complete construction, travel, research, and training. So that
Nice,
means
that's
that
awesome.
when you go to
And
sleep,
training. That's
you
very
can
good.
wake up and then go, okay, I want to spend
Yep.
6 hours if you've spent, I think it gives you 2 hours per research. So I've spent $410 on it, so I've got a 6-hour gauge. So I'll just every morning wake up, drop,
That's
6
really good.
hours, 6 hours of construction, and that's really nice. If you do that every day for a week, that's more than a day saved.
Yep.
If you do it twice a day every day for a week, then that's going to be
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
12 hours a day. 1 day of construction saved every 2 days. That's really nice. Does that affect prestiges? It does not affect prestiges. That would have been the...
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
Yeah.
All right. What do you think about that, Yoshet?
Cutting these times for a building?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't it sounds like a fucking awesome idea?
Yeah.
Or it's a real thing?
It's a real thing, bro.
This
Yeah.
come out in the new patch.
How
It's
do you
pretty
do this?
unbelievable. I think Directionally Challenge said he couldn't get it at his level, which is level 9.
Yeah, I don't.
So,
My ship kind of peasant-like.
Yeah.
All right.
So this is supposed to be a benefit for free-to-play players, and I think it will help. It'll help a
Yeah.
little bit. People who are playing the game a little bit and often. If you're logging in twice a day, then it'll help.
oh man,
So
it's good to be back.
moving off PSS. Tonight was a bit interesting because we had 3 of us all streaming 3 different games. Going around the panel here, what other games are you playing besides PSS?
Ooh.
Let's start with you,
Good.
Alien.
I've been playing some Hearthstone. I know some people in the community know this, but yeah, just been getting back into it. I think I played for
that's
about...
a deck building game, right?
Yeah, it's a deck building game. It's quite similar to Magic the Gathering, if anyone's played that before.
I've not.
Yes.
So you have mana that like you get every turn and use that mana to use cards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then you just have to lower the...
It's a pretty
mana
enjoyable
up.
game if you just take the
Yeah,
time
it's
to
real
learn.
Oh, so you play it as well, Yosh?
My friend kind of got me into it. I didn't get that far. I'm still kind of learning, but I like the idea of it because I've played card games in the past.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a real well groomed game. Like the graphics, the artwork, it's real nice.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's what I've been playing.
And do you
What about you
compete with
guys?
friends, or do you play in like a
Yeah.
ranked ladder?
Okay, so there's a ranked system. So you got the regulars goes from like bronze to legend,
Okay, so a bit
and
like
you can
PSS.
also play with friends and stuff. Yeah, and you can do casual. You can do all these other game modes.
Yeah.
You can do campaigns. Pretty cool.
So how good are you at Hearthstone, Alien?
I would probably be a lot better if I had more cards because I've been playing for 4 years now, I think.
Goodness me.
Yeah, I'd like to say that I'm pretty good at the game.
Oh, fantastic. So,
Yeah, that's
I mean, we all sometimes suggest that Pixel Starships is a bit pay to win. Is Hearthstone pay to win?
well, you can always save up like I'm doing in the pre-season, and it's not really that pay to win because everyone can get the same cards, really.
Right. So is it like a living card game where you can effectively buy whatever cards you want and then spend them
Well,
as
like
you
a-
see fit.
Yeah, sort of. You just buy packs though, and then with those packs you can like sell those cards and make new cards. Obviously, the people that spend money have a big advantage because that when each pack is released, they'll have all the cards from that set because they pre-ordered it.
Yeah, so a little bit like prestiging in that if you can spend money on all of the hero crew that come out, your prestiges will just be better.
Not really. It's just like if you, the people that spend money in the preseason to get the next pack, to get a whole bunch of the next pack, have an advantage. But it's not that as much of a difference as in Pixel.
Yes.
Like you don't have to pay at all to play it. Like I'm playing pretty casually at the moment. You don't really need a lot of money.
Good.
What games have you guys been playing?
Yosh, are you playing anything at the moment?
Yeah, I play a couple of variety of games. One that I have to sit down and kind of just sit there and play along with is Kenshi. I don't know if anyone's heard about this game, but essentially takes place in this planet where it was very like high-tech civilization, and then it all went to shit, and now you live in this like post-apocalyptic kind of wasteland, trying to find like ancient technology to kind of bolster yourself and also who you have in your party, which you can like recruit around the wasteland. They have been recruited into my organization, and they now serve me not as slaves, but free men, but not
good. That's
really free,
reassuring.
but free in another. They don't do
Fantastic,
hard
yeah.
labor. They
Fantastic.
fight for me. So you could say it's like an indentured servant.
That sounds
kind
like
of.
slavery with extra steps.
Listen,
Yeah.
we don't. Even though I said slavery, it's not.
Technically speaking, we are all slaves to the system.
Indeed.
There we go.
The
Yep.
slaves of the man.
Truth,
Slaves to ambition.
the
Indeed.
truth has been spoken.
I think it could be a fun game to stream. I could show y'all a few things.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
You should definitely
Wow.
stream it. You should definitely stream
Fun.
it at some point. And
I could
Yeah.
wait, Ru, I could get Stellaris. Is that free? I thought I saw it was free.
it's not free, unfortunately. It was on sale recently, but it's no longer on sale.
Wait, let me give it. Yeah, because that looks good. How much is it normally?
It's probably
Alright,
40
let me-
Australian dollars.
It's $56 AU.
So I've been playing some Stellaris lately, actually. I've
Ah,
been
dang.
playing
Cool.
it with Boris and a friend of Walks. For those of you who haven't met him, Walks in Shadow is one of the vice admirals of the fleet. He lives in Canada, has friends around the world, and one of them plays War Thunder with Boris, Joel, and me, and also plays Stellaris with Boris and me. And Stellaris is what's called grand strategy, where you have complete control over like a nation. In this case, it's in space, and so you can,
Oh yeah,
like-
I've seen you play it a few times.
yeah. So you're expanding and colonizing stars, populating planets, and building fleets to go and attack your enemies. And it's all about like customizing. You know, what you want.
Populating planets.
Populating
So,
planets.
so Yoshet, if you were stuck in a planet and you had to bring 3 members of this fleet, who would you bring?
Ooh, like do I have to repopulate this planet my own, or
Let's just
Like,
say, let's
if
just
it's-
say-
if it's-
Go there, right?
if it's all non-female, then it's just gonna be like the boys, or are we trying to build civilization again, or is it just being stuck and we should keep it like that?
let's just
Okay.
let's just say you have somehow managed to discover the ability to asexually reproduce.
Yeah.
So repopulation is so you don't need to
No,
pick.
but they're just more mouths to feed. Why don't you just like live out your days on your own?
All right, wait. I'll retract the question back to just survival and not fucking
Yeah,
trying to
just
recolonize an entire planet.
We're not trying to
just-
Adam and Steve this
It
piece.
just naturally came to mind.
Naturally, of course, naturally.
Let's see.
Yeah.
I think I would have to bring Ru've. He's pretty He's pretty smart.
I'm on
You
it.
know some stuff.
You definitely don't want to bring me. I'm not very productive.
I need a big brain in the
Yeah,
operation.
I'll just be sitting there.
And then I need someone who's kind of like rugged, but also like knows like some survival shit.
I
So-
think Walks is your guy.
I was either Walks or Zapp. I think maybe
Yeah.
Walks.
Walks
He
is
kind
the
of-
survivalist. Zapp's more of the kind of like architect.
And then I need one more person. Okay. So we have brains, and then we have survival list. What else do you really need? I guess someone to keep you entertained. Or let's see.
That's true.
He's already thinking about either a slave or a prostitute.
Listen.
No, you need somebody to eat if you get desperate enough.
That's true.
Okay.
Alien, are you
That's-
tasty?
Yeah, you need an expendable person. Yeah.
Okay, if we meme in here, then I gotta bring Killiga because he can make Dolores hentai etched on rock. And if we're keeping with if we're keeping with canon, then I have to bring him along.
Truly, we have created a wonderful society. I'm honoured to be a part of it, Yash.
Thank you.
So, moving beyond computer games, do any of you read at all?
I read a little bit.
All right.
I'm into the fantasy novels and stuff.
Oh, interesting. I'm
Yeah, quite cool.
I'm glad to hear that. I'd love to have recommendations from you.
I always recommend this one to everyone. It's called Six of Crows. That
Six
is a
of
really
Crows.
good book. It's by like Les Bardugo or something. Can't
Yeah.
say the last.
Bardugo. Or it's
Yeah, I read that once and just immediately fell in love with it. Who's friend of me?
So, some inspired by the Netherlands.
Is that what it says?
That's what Wikipedia
Yeah, that makes
says.
sense. Yeah, it's just so good, and the characters have so much depth.
Oh, brilliant.
Really interesting book. Yeah, and it's a 2-part thing. So yeah.
No, that's pretty sweet. What about you, Zapp? Are you reading at all?
I really like Tale of Two Cities. It's just a classic. And,
I read that.
And
that's a
I
good
guess,
one.
yeah, if you want kind of like a modern book to,
Yeah.
to
I
start
love the
reading.
ending of that. The ending of that book's so good.
Oh, yeah. But if you want kind of like a more modern book to start reading, I'd recommend Red Rising. It's just kind of like it's a very interesting book to, it's more modern based. So if you guys like science fiction and space exploration and all that, Red Rising, that's your guy right there.
Sounds good.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's hard to find time these days.
No, I know what you mean.
I should have more time now, but
It's tough. I've been able to read a little bit more in the last sort of few weeks. As this is the first episode of the Flying Circus Podcast, I thought it'd be quite nice to have a little interview with Zapp von Baron, the Grand Admiral and founder of our fleet. So jump in with your own questions, but I just want to start
for
off
context. For context, I'm looking up and to the left as you said that, and some light was shining in my direction. No, proceed.
with lovely. You are, of course, blessed
Glorious
by
one.
the spirits of Pixel Starships as the leader of our most excellent fleet. As Grand Admiral Zapp, what is the history of the Red Barons? How did we come to be?
The Red Barons. Before we were the Red Barons, of course, we were the Barons of Letnev, taken from a board game that I very much enjoyed. And we ended up merging. I honestly don't know what Letnev stands for. It's probably some fantasy, super dense metal. But I do digress. We did merge with Red Squadron, therefore concocting the genius and brilliant name of Red Barons.
I
which
wonder who
suits
came
us
up with that.
very well. I think the gods came up with that, really.
Thank you, but Ru've will suffice.
I was subconsciously thinking about that, so I take full credit. Just kidding.
Brilliant.
Anyway, then Red Barons kind of like started evolving again, and we've just kept on adapting to the times, and adapting to the ever-changing game of pixel starships. If you just, as soon as you get comfortable, if you ever see a fleet that gets comfortable, that fleet will not survive within a month. I guarantee it. You cannot be comfortable in this game. You have to adapt to it. You have to keep moving forward, and always be on your toes.
Yeah.
As soon as you get comfortable, you're out.
Exactly. So just to give a little bit of context, when we merged with Red Squadron, which division were we in?
I believe we were. It was like teeter-tottering, but we were in Division C.
Yeah.
And struggling.
My memory of it was that we were kind of pretty mid-level in Div C, and
yeah.
I think the merger really picked us up and made us one of the best fleets in the division, because some
Yes.
of the people, Maple, Gentleman Snoo, came in and just picked us up. It brought us to a new level.
Like a breath of fresh air.
Fresh air, and I feel like
Yeah,
we've really
absolutely.
grown since then. And now, obviously, we are one of the top 4 fleets in Div B. We're continually there, no matter what challenges we've faced. And I think that this is just a platform for success. We can just keep building and building, and one day
And
hopefully
we have
win the
faced
division.
a lot of challenges. A lot of challenges.
Oh, we really have.
It's really the spirit of the community that keeps us afloat, and the chemistry that we all have with each other.
I think so. I think we got a willingness to teach our own members. This is one of the things that I think sets us apart. And sometimes that's hurt us. Sometimes people have joined us and they've moved on to other places after learning from all of our strategy guides. But the community keeps people coming back. I think that's what really keeps us together. What makes us want to be part of the Red Barons. It's what makes me want to be part of the Red Barons. And play
Absolutely.
Well said.
Yeah.
Except Yoshet, of course. He's just who the hell is Yoshet? No,
Damn.
just kidding.
So, Zapp, is there anything you can tell us about your real persona? Like, what kind of things do you do in real life, and what makes you tick as a person?
The love of God and country, of course.
Amen. Which country would that be?
The U.S. and A.
Two separate countries, I see.
America.
Hell yeah. No, but in all honesty, I am a carpenter by definition. But if I have to draw plans for a specific project that I'm doing, I will draw architectural plans. I will actually build it, draw it, and have the materials there. I can do a house from the ground up.
Ooh.
I have that ability. And seeing things, what makes me tick is that seeing something that you've built and you can point at that and say, I made that from scratch. It's just such a great feeling. And I have that feeling with this fleet and this community, I'm not saying I made you, or if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is grabbing that little snowball and rolling it down that hill and seeing what all of you have contributed to the fleet, along with myself and other members, that's really what keeps, I guess, me ticking, really. Because it's kind of like a project that never ends, but it's very enjoyable.
I was just going to ask, actually, what keeps you really interested in the game? And for you, it's that sense of pride and accomplishment in having people who are growing and seeing what they're capable of.
It's definitely not the game itself. It has to do a lot with the community and everybody kind of being there for one another, especially when we're competing against other fleets. And it also has to do a lot with my competitive nature. I'm a very competitive person, and a lot of times I cannot recognize defeat. I have to keep going. And if I do get defeated, at, like, let's say sports or at anything, I have to like surpass that. I have to like be better. I have to continue on. That's kind of like what how I tick. So it's something to definitely think about, and definitely that's what makes me tick.
Fantastic. And now we're going to go to a very, very special feature just to close off. The Yoshet Quickfire question round. Yoshet blurts out a question, and everyone has to answer the first coherent response that comes into their head. Yoshet, go.
Nice. Circumcised or uncircumcised?
Fucking hell, Yosh. You've started us
Oh my
off.
god!
You started us off.
You said anything. Okay.
And that's the first thing that came to your mind.
Next question. Fuck. What's it called? How do you show love? Like, like, is it physical, affection, verbal? Or no, love language. There we go. That's what I was. There we go.
Rue likes to cuddle.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I like physical.
I push you and
You pull the girl's hair. You tease.
and
You
pull
tease the people you love.
I pull your pigtails, I smack you, and I hide you in the closet.
Well,
Jeez.
Wow, that could actually be taken out of context.
Keep going.
Really
Favorite
nice.
breakfast food?
full English.
Western omelet.
Oh, eggs and bacon.
Oh, classic.
That's pretty
Traditional.
good.
Doesn't really get better than that.
Yeah, Western omelet. There we go.
Go on, Yoshi. Next question.
Let's see. The first one was real kind of curved ball, but
All right, so
Shit.
throw us a fastball now.
I'll have to cut it
Oh,
out.
but-
I'm sorry. We can't just post that to the fleet.
I forgot. It was like children.
They could be funny, but
Yeah,
We'll see.
we have the uncut edition, but only for the verified adult. Shit, man.
So even I shouldn't be able to listen.
shh.
Well, nah, I can't think of any questions right now. My mind is too fried.
All right. Thanks very much, everyone. It's been great talking with
It's
you
been
late
good.
into the night, and we'll have to be a bit more organised for the next episode.
Definitely. If I would have
Absolutely.
known, I assumed we were gonna. This was when you pitched the idea. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Do it later this week. He's like, oh, we're recording. I was like, oh, okay.
Yep.
Just jump right in.
But yeah, it's been really great talking to you all. Bye-bye, guys.
Really great. And
All right.
and for all of you listening now, there is a much longer version of this that got cut because a lot of naughty stuff was said.
Mostly my fault. Well,
All right, everyone.
It's actually all of your fault.
No, I didn't say anything.
No, you're
True.
a good boy.
Don't put this
No.
on me.
No, not you, Yoshet.
yeah.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow, chicka, wow, wow.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
All right,
See
everyone.
you guys.
It's been great.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Adios, amigos.
Don't
See
do
you
drugs.
guys.
Stay in
Or
school.
do
kids.
them. It's free will, to be honest. We live in this life, and it's all up to you. All right.
You're shit the philosopher.